Thanks for coming in, brother.
Of course.
We got Donald from Men's Warehouse.
Jose Beck.
Tell everyone who you are, what you do.
So my name is Donald. I'm with Tweeds Custom Suits. Donald Carlson Jr.
Yes.
Now there's a third as well. 60-second pitch. So from 2012 to 2019, I worked in my dad's dry cleaning business, which is how we met.
That's right.
So I was knocking on doors trying to ask people if I can clean their clothes. I went into Mark's office one day, and he gave me clothes, and then we started cleaning them. So that was really cool. So did that from 2012 to 2019. About like 2017, I kind of got burnt out from the industry a little bit. Like I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do.
Like what, 20, and you got burned out already?
No, I started with my dad when I was like 20,
okay.
And this is like, actually no, it would have been like 23ish, I guess, 24. Yeah. So 6 years into it, but like I feel like I just kind of thought like there was a dead end with it, like in terms of like how much it could scale and build. But so in 2019, me and my fiance went on a 10-day road trip. Got inspired to start a custom clothing business. So the day I got back from that trip, sold my car, bought a 16-foot box truck, built a suit shop inside of it, started knocking on doors, trying to sell suits, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
So you went to Austin, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And so, okay, so you went on a road trip with your fiance. You're not married yet, right?
No,
You're
still not. Two kids, still not married.
Two kids, a dog.
Basically married, so.
All right, so you went to Austin, got this idea, came back here, bought a box truck.
Yep.
Painted it all black.
Got
your logos.
Got the logos.
And then you started doing it. Now,
so I went on like what's it, like Handyman, like Thumbtack website or something. Started messaging people, and then like I met with people at 99 Bottles, and then the guy who built out my first truck still builds them out, and like we're still friends. So.
How many trucks do you have?
Well, there's three, but we're in the process of renovating one again because it's been a few years since we've done it, and we're gonna take that truck back on the road in a new city. So that's kind of cool. Excited.
All right, so I see them. You park them strategically everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
We're gonna jump around again because I jump around a little bit. No plan whatsoever. But okay, so you park your trucks everywhere for brand awareness.
Yeah, 100%.
Now, what made you go from? Because the idea is to keep your expenses low.
Yeah.
And then you went to bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
Which is next to near Whole Foods.
Yep.
What made you do that?
So solopreneur with Tweeds for the first 2.5 years. Selling suits, right? And what was it? It was like 2021. Me and my dad went down to a business boot camp, which is a Grant Cardone business boot camp thing. I met a guy named Brandon Dawson, who's like a guy who scales businesses and stuff, and kind of got inspired to be like, you know what, maybe I want to like try to actually bring people on and scale the business. Yeah. So I invested $35,000 into a two-day workshop, basically.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You spent $35,000 to go to a 2-day workshop.
2-day workshop.
Good for you.
But that was I believe if I didn't spend that money to do that workshop, I would not be where we're at today, because that was a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a 2-day workshop period, right?
For a 2-day workshop.
Right, exactly. So that I'm like, if I'm gonna spend $35,000 to try to learn how to scale the business, I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah. So I wrote him a check for $35,000. And when I got back, I was like, I got to find someone, because I could bring one person with me to come on the workshop. So I was like, I had this guy named Rob. He's amazing. I played basketball with him for 8 years. We always kind of kept in touch. I was like, I should meet with Rob and see if he wants to come help me build this thing. So we met at Connors. I told him the pitch. Then we met at Green Zebra. He took the position. He came down with me for that workshop. And that's just kind of what made me start to build the business.
And did you actually learn stuff in the workshop?
Absolutely.
Or is it more just motivational?
It is a little motivational, but I mean, he built a huge business and has a lot of great knowledge and stuff. And just being around someone who's built a $500 million business is like, just in the presence of someone like that, just is really, really motivating. So, super, super cool. But so when Rob came on, I still didn't have any plans to open a brick and mortar shop. What happened when Rob came on was I bought a third truck, built it out for Rob, because my idea was like, okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to buy trucks for everybody, and everyone's going to go around selling suits to doors. Sure. And so we were doing that for like 6 months, and like we had just had our first baby, Donnie, and we were steaming clothes out of the house. We were doing everything out of the house, me and Rob and Donnie and Dorota, and I was like, you know what, maybe we need to get like a shop. Yeah. So it's like, I started going downtown, finding locations, and then found the location downtown. And then
has that been a good
successful? It's been good. Because I mean, it took I spent 2.5 years building the brand. Sure. Building a client base. So like I didn't go right into it. And then so when I got the shop, I was like, okay, I'm gonna need another person to help me run it. So I called Mike, who was someone in the dry cleaning business who lived in St. Louis, and he came down. And so Rob and Mike were my first two guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went mostly low expense trucks,
Yep.
then to bricks and mortar.
Yep.
You still have the trucks.
Yep.
And you spend a lot on advertising.
A ton on advertising.
I go to my St. Pete office.
Yep.
I see your billboards.
Yep.
You got billboards. You have a lot of billboards.
A lot of billboards.
Those are expensive.
They're expensive.
Are they?
100%. Oh yeah, they're expensive. Yeah. But listen,
people know who you are.
People know who you are. If someone doesn't know that you exist, they cannot do business with you.
Yeah.
Right. And so when people think about custom suits, I don't think, it's going to take a lot for them to think about Tweeds, right? They think maybe, Men's Warehouse for your high school prom. Joe say
I didn't say that because the last time I was in there, my kid needed a suit. I didn't want to spend.
No, I get it. Yeah.
And we got him a suit, Men's Warehouse, and it was prom time.
That's what it's for, right?
Yeah.
But no, so I need people to think custom suits, Tweeds. So we got to be everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can build.
So, okay, just so I understand, Tweeds is custom suits for, like, you sold me this.
Yep.
Italy?
So we own and operate our own manufacturing facility in Thailand. That's where all the sewing happens.
Okay.
We source our fabrics from all over the world.
Okay.
Yeah. So sewing happens in Thailand. We do all the logistics around the world.
So okay, so they do you get the material outside the country, you do the sewing outside the country, and then you sell them here.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, okay, it's Florida, it's hot.
Yeah.
Do a lot of people wear suits?
No. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a niche business, right? Yeah. So that's another thing. It's a luxury product, right? Like I'm, not, ill to the fact that people don't wear suits to work. It's not a necessary thing. It's not, even in corporate jobs, you don't wear suits. You're either working from home or it's casual.
Yeah.
So we cater to people who have business events coming up.
Yeah.
They want to look good. They have a wedding coming up. They lost a bunch of weight. They just want a suit in their closet. They may have moved to Florida and they're like, I threw away all my suits and now my daughter's getting married and now I want a suit. Yeah. That type of stuff. So
it's interesting. You make a good point because, a positive person, there's a positive person and a negative person. A negative person can say, no one wears suits in Florida.
Yeah.
Go in the suit business.
Yeah.
You went the other direction and said it's a niche business.
Yeah.
Not a lot of, there's probably less competition.
Yeah.
So if we do a really good job, we make money.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So did COVID, you were open before COVID?
Yeah, 6 months before. I don't know the industry before COVID, really.
Okay.
I mean, because I opened it, I made my first sale in September of 2019. COVID happened in March of 2020.
Which had to affect your business.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We switched from doing custom suits to selling face masks during that time.
Oh, I bought some face masks.
Yeah.
That's right. Our branded face masks.
Yeah. Actually, I mean, it was the craziest story ever, so I'll tell it. Yeah. So 6 months into Tweeds, COVID hits. People aren't buying luxury products. Obviously, they're not wearing suits. So I'm like, what am I going to do? So I was on my way into Whole Foods. I forget what day it was, and my suit house called me up and they're like, how you guys doing? I know this is going to affect you, blah, 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 blah. But just so you know, if you want to sell face masks to help supplement, these slow times, you can buy some from us. So I was like, all right, give me 500 face masks right now, hit my card, and let me see if I can sell them. Okay, so me and Dorota, my fiance, we went downtown Sarasota with boxes of face masks just trying to sell them. And we did that for 3 months, just selling face masks door to door. Yeah. We probably sold 5,000 face masks in 3 weeks, just texting people, texting you. They were. I did nothing crazy here, nothing super smart, but I had a connection to a product that was in high demand, that we had no supply in America, and I had the connection to it. Yeah. So 3 weeks into it, we sold 5,000 face masks. That's awesome. So no, the story gets really crazy. Do you know about this story?
You told me.
Oh, I did. All right. Well, I'll tell the viewers. All right. Okay, so I'm at my Ringling condo. I have a little condo on Ringling we were living at the time, and I was like, I think we can sell more of these things. So I hit my buddy who's a web developer and my other friend who's good at ads, and we met at Above Classico in the Bold Workspace, and we started a company called Fast Ship Face Masks that night. Literally, we put out ads that night. Within 3 hours, we sold $10,000 in face masks. Wow. We did this for 9 months, and we became the number 3 face mask online supplier in the country. It was crazy. We literally had 20 people. We had to rent out a warehouse. We had 20 guys packing up face masks from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day, all day.
You did that here?
We did that here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was crazy. It was an absolutely crazy story.
And you invested. Well, so you had an investor or something like that.
Yeah.
Because you needed it.
Yeah. We were like spending all this money on advertising.
Yep. You needed to fulfill that demand.
Yeah, exactly. So we got an investor. He let us use his black card. He didn't have any limit on anything. So it was super, super cool. But one of the biggest things that came out of that was like, I was like, wow, online ads like actually work. So as soon as I got out of that, like I started really pushing Tweeds. I'm like, man, we can like try to market and see like what happens. And that was like one of the big things that really happened there.
I see. I get your commercials like your 5, 6, 10 seconds.
Yeah. Not YouTube or what?
All over.
Okay.
It feels like all over, but maybe now that I think about it, probably mostly YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's rewind just for a second. How did you learn about suits?
Yeah.
Like, the measurements.
Yeah.
I mean, it's did you just figure it out?
I just figured it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not, you didn't go and get trained.
No. I just literally figured it out.
Like your next 18 inches.
I was more concerned about who I'm going to sell a suit to than learning how to do it.
Gotcha.
I always think like if you're going to start a business, the sale comes first, right? Because if you,
sales,
why are you learning anything if you don't have someone to sell to? So I first found out who I could sell to and learned how to do it.
Nice.
That was my thing. Yeah.
All right, so you got the bricks and mortar downtown Sarasota, and then you decided to go into other markets.
Yep. So opened Sarasota in October of 22.
Probably 22.
Yeah, I think it's 22.
Yeah, you've been there a bit.
Yep. And then Tampa opened October of 23, and then St. Pete just opened a month ago.
Yeah, you had a party. I couldn't make it.
That's all right.
My kids.
It's fine. I get it.
Literally my kids. Okay,
it's good to choose.
Are you? So things are going well for you, and I know you're hiring people left and right.
Yeah.
Now those guys are salespeople.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Style consultants.
Style consultants.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So how many style consultants do you?
We have 13 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and I see your tent out at the farmers market all the time.
Yeah.
So business is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, we're doing everything that we can do to make business good.
Yeah.
We're trying to take every opportunity. We're trying to be at every event.
Yeah.
We're trying to do as much marketing as we can. We're trying to give a good quality product. We're always talking about sales. We're always talking about, how we can make the customer experience better. So we're trying to like build this thing up.
Now, I will tell you, there's a noticeable difference between what you provide or sell and what I see at other. And I'm not knocking the other ones.
Yeah,
great.
100%. Yeah.
Just they're less expensive.
Yep.
But there's a difference in quality.
No doubt.
It's
I mean that'll come from the fabric itself, and then the construction, and then obviously like it's being custom made to you. So that's really like the differences.
Excuse me. All right. So for those people out there that are thinking maybe of buying a suit, what do you think? What's like the starting price?
$1,850.
$1,850.
Yep.
Okay. What's the most expensive suit?
We have a suit that's woven with 24 karat gold as a pinstripe.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah. It's a celebration fabric.
24 karat gold pinstripe?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's insane.
Maybe Connor ought to buy that for his wedding. She's getting married in a few months.
There you go.
Yeah. How much is that? Are you allowed to say?
Yeah, I mean.
Or you don't have to.
No. But no, I mean, suits start at $1,850. A core of like what we're selling is in like the 3,000 range, and then like more heritage collection like Laurel Pianas, Dorme, Cabal, like some of like these like prestigious like fabric mills, they're like around $500 to $7,500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So people buying that's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap at all.
Everyday guy.
No.
Okay. So.
And that that is something like I always like to stress. Like, yeah, we have the really expensive stuff, but $2,000 for a suit that's gonna fit you perfectly. I think you're gonna feel better in it. It's gonna last you a long time. It's worth the investment because you're gonna go somewhere and spend $400 on a crappy suit, then you have to get it tailored.
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit more, and we're not for everybody, but if you got the money and you're like, man, I don't want to spend a little bit of extra money on a custom suit, at least come through the process and see why we charge what we charge.
And that difference between, let's say, maybe not a crappy suit, but a less desirable suit.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but
the difference is not that much, especially if you wear that suit for the next 10, 20 years.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it sits in your closet for a long time.
And it's an awesome suit.
Yep. It's an awesome suit. Yeah.
So, where are you gonna? What's new? Like, what are you gonna keep going? What are your plans?
Yeah.
What are your plans?
All right. So first, what do you call this podcast?
We just call. I don't even. We don't really have a name, do we? It's just. I don't know.
All right. So
we'll come up with a name.
All right. The Rasmussen podcast, the 12 podcast,
yeah.
whatever it is. So we're actually, and this hasn't been announced yet. But we're opening.
Hold on,
this is news. This is news.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I was like, when am I going to announce this? So I was like, we'll throw it on the podcast. So we're opening in. We have 2 locations opening. So we're opening in Baldwin Park, Orlando.
Oh yeah.
Baldwin.
Buddy of mine. I think he still lives there.
Yeah. Okay, it's nice beautiful, beautiful area.
It's like Lakewood Ranch. In Orlando.
Yeah. So we're right in the heart of Baldwin Park. Beautiful location. It's going to be a speakeasy. So you walk into this shop and it's like a 500 square foot box, and there's a secret, like this huge, like floor to ceiling mirror that's going to open to this hallway to a back, and then it's going to open up into this big room that's going to be this speakeasy, like suit lounge. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I'm so pumped about it. So we open there Tuesday, October 1st.
Okay.
And then we're opening in the design district of Naples at the same time. So right off of 5th Avenue North, not the main 5th Avenue, 5th Avenue North. It's called the Design District. Great location, 1,400 square feet. It's going to be amazing, the shop. We started build out on that one last week. And that also opens Tuesday, October 1st. So we're doing 2 at once. So that's it.
Do you sleep?
No.
Because you're super ambitious.
Super ambitious.
You're always working?
Yeah. Well, I mean, another big thing too is like, my like work here is during the day, but I'm dealing with other countries. So the mill's open at night. So I'm like on the phone at night with Thailand and that type of stuff all the time. So I'm just doing.
Well, congratulations on the 2 new.
Yeah, I'm super pumped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what made you want to go into those markets?
Well, I feel like it naturally was the next 2 places, right? Orlando's a great market. I think it's going to be awesome. And Naples, Naples is Naples. So hopefully they'll be good.
Yeah.
Sure see what happens.
Okay, so then are you going to keep opening places?
I think so. I mean, I said my goal was to have 5 stores by the end of the year. All the guys knew it. We all had that target. Everyone knew it on the team. So we announced that with the team last week. I said I'd probably stop at 5, but now that I'm doing it, I'm like, where are we going to go next?
Are you going to just do Florida? Are you going to get outside of
I don't think. I mean, maybe one day, but I feel like there's so many other little cities I can still connect to.
Do you have people running those stores? Or
Yeah.
Are you going to be traveling?
I'll be traveling a lot still. Yeah.
Okay.
But one of my guys, Spets, who's awesome. I've known Spets for a long time. He's moving to Orlando to run that location, and then Naples. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to figure it out. I signed it. We started build out. I don't know who's going to run it yet.
But you're opening in October.
Yes.
Which is only like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Away,
Yeah.
right?
10 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So let's divert just a second. So you're young and successful. What advice would you give to other young and successful people that want to kind of do what you're doing, entrepreneur type stuff? Can you? And I know I'm just throwing this out.
Yeah.
I didn't plan that question, but can you just give a couple of maybe things that tidbits of information?
Yeah.
I mean, any advice for someone like yourself, just maybe 10 years younger?
Yeah. I mean, I guess like if the goal is like you're trying to start a business, or like even if you're like an entrepreneur within another company, because that's really cool too. Like what I was with my dad for a long time. Like, I would say like don't get caught up in like all the little details and stuff. Like I feel like people can overanalyze a lot of things, and then it just stops them from doing the actual important things that are gonna
paralysis of analysis.
Yeah, 100%. Like with what I did with Naples, like I have no idea who I'm gonna have run that location, but the commitment to me to find someone to run the location was me signing the lease and putting the money into it. Yeah. Not saying I'm going to find someone and then do it. Yeah. I'm going to do it and then find someone. So I think
you put yourself in the fire. You put yourself in the fire. It's almost like going to the gym and getting a trainer and signing up for training sessions because you're like it forces you to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You sign a lease not having a manager.
Yeah, 100%. Like I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I know with that I'm going to figure it out. So like if you can find a way, like if there's something you've been wanting to do, if you can find a way to make that commitment and forcing yourself into that commitment, I think, that's really smart.
Action.
Because if you're in a comfortable position, you're never going to get out of that position because you're too comfortable. Yeah. You need to get uncomfortable and then try to make it happen.
So that's so one of your keys is to make yourself uncomfortable, keep growing.
Yeah.
So have you been this ambitious your whole life?
I don't know. I think so.
Do you work hard?
Yeah.
Do you work a lot of hours?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else I would do. Like,
Right.
I mean,
Do you think anyone can be really successful if they don't work at least? I mean, they have to it requires hard work.
yeah, I mean, I think you could get lucky and buy Bitcoin and it's skyrocket. You know what I mean? Like there is people. There's a book called like The Psychology of Money, which is. Did you read that book?
I don't think so.
Oh, so good. The Psychology of Money, and it just talks about how like there is a factor of luck that plays into success,
Sure.
or like making money. Like,
Yeah. But it's also there's a factor of hard work.
yeah, you got to have hard work. Yeah,
Nothing happens without hard work.
exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
No, 100%. You got to work hard. You have to keep your head to the ground and just kind of stay focused.
So,
and
what's your
ambitious.
goal? Are you going to just keep selling suits? You're going to go into something else?
No,
your plans is suits.
Suits.
Suits are awesome.
Yeah,
By the way.
yeah. No, I mean, for the foreseeable future, that's the goal.
Okay.
Like, I love what we do. Like, I love the old school, like personal relationships we get to build with our clients. We do everything face to face. I think that's part of the experience. It's part of the value. And so I don't have any plans.
So you don't actually just sell suits; you sell jeans.
Yeah, we do custom jeans too.
Okay,
Yeah,
custom jeans. What other products do you sell?
I
know
we do like belts.
That's
like
what we do here.
Yeah,
Just hop around with no plan.
jump. I do that all day. That's what I do. We have belts that we cut to size. We do ties,
Okay.
but I want people to think of Tweeds when they need a custom suit, and then when they come in, maybe they want a pair of jeans or something like that.
Yeah.
But I want to stick to that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like the convenience store that like has everything.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I saw like I always like the idea of niching because you can't be all things to all people.
100%. Yeah.
And you're going after the people that really want something special.
Yep. Yeah, like I mean, I get calls all the time. Like, do we rent suits and stuff? And like people are like, you should start renting out suits. I'm like, no, I like definitely don't want to do that.
That would be. Yeah, I can't imagine that. I don't know the business, but a bunch. It's like Men's Warehouse.
Yeah, that's not what we want. It's not what we want to be. And I'll just if you want to rent a suit, that's awesome. I get it, right?
Yeah.
You just go to Men's Warehouse. They have a great system.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting married, like your groomsmen. I think it's really smart for the groom to get a custom suit, but the groomsmen to go to Men's Warehouse, they have a great system and it's amazing. Yeah. So
let's not do a commercial for them.
No, no, but the groom comes to us.
That are gonna watch this, anything else you want to discuss? Any other announcements? Anything?
I don't think so.
Cool. Good seeing you, bro.